This lesson I have titled The Shift, or Into Your Best Self. Everything we do in these classes is to move into that best place, best version of ourselves. It's there. We all have to go within and use this power that we all have. We have all been blessed with it. The more you go within to use it, the more of it you can access. So welcome to our Wednesday Creative Living series. And for this gathering, we discuss spiritual principles, and what it does is it guides us into aligning with the infinite potential within each of us. We have all been created with this potential. There's so much power within you. So much within you. And that's why we get amazed at things that we do when we practice, when we align ourselves. You're like, oh, I didn't know I could do this. You have so much within you. And tonight we explore how we can liberate ourselves from feeling stuck, whether in our personal life, work, or routines, and we'll begin to move forward with renewed purpose and clarity. We'll want to learn how to close the door and open the next door. Somehow in life, there may be, or there will always be, one door to close and one other one to open. When we break free from the mental and emotional blocks, what happens is that we unlock the potential to see life from or through a new lens, new perspective. I want to embrace opportunities that were previously hidden. Because when we come on with that new lens, we see things that we couldn't see before. So seeing life through a new lens means shifting how we perceive the world and ourselves. Do you perceive challenges as insurmountable? Or do you perceive it as a challenge that you can conquer? Whichever perspective, you are right. It's about stepping out of the familiar patterns of thinking and viewing life from a fresh perspective. We're closing one door and we're opening a new one of all possibilities, where we know that we can do all things. When we do this, we begin to notice things we have overlooked. Things like possibilities, opportunities, and positive aspects that we previously didn't see. Because we are seeing with clearer lenses. It's like cleaning the fog from a window to see the world more clearly. We all probably have experienced this with renewed awareness and appreciation. We see everything from a place of deeper connection with spirit, from a place of alignment with spirit, where we trust that all is well and that life is unfolding perfectly. Remember, we're talking about moving into our best self. There's always a better version of you waiting to unfold. We understand that even in moments of uncertainty or challenge, a higher order is at play. It's guiding us towards growth and fulfillment. It takes being calm and quieting yourself to know that things are working for you. Even that challenge is not there to kill you. And coming from that place of connection, we no longer view obstacles as permanent barriers, but rather stepping stones on our path. They may seem very simple, but it's just a tweak in our mindset, tweak of our mindsets. This thing is here, it's happening, but you've already known the end because the end is a good. So you walk from that knowing through the problem. We see them as opportunities for learning and transformation, trusting that everything is happening for our highest good. So in all this, we recognize that life isn't something happening to us, but for us and through us, as co-creative process with spirit. We are in partnership with spirit. We are spirit beings having these physical bodies. In this understanding, we are able to surrender control. This is very important. Knowing there is a loving energy that's always guiding us. When we're coming from that place of connection, we don't struggle over everything. We do the ones that we can, and we let go. Knowing that everything is happening, is unfolding perfectly. We do not want to control everything. We relax and let the Spirit lead the way. This journey is about letting go of limiting beliefs and outdated habits that no longer serve us. You may be thinking what those habits are now. And in doing so, what happens is that we allow ourselves to embrace change. And when we do that, we open doors to fresh inspiration from the world around us. There's just so much more we can pick and see around us that we didn't see, if only we can come from that place of connection. There's so much more you can do. I've said this a number of times. There's always the exceedingly and abundantly above level of what you can do beyond your dreams and your imaginations. It's possible. So whether it's through new experiences, uplifting people, or ideas that spark our curiosity, this process reignites our passion for life. We're getting into our best selves. What it does is that it empowers us to grow, to step into our true potential, and live with greater fulfillment and purpose. Do you sometimes feel like you're stuck in the rut? You don't know whether to move forward or to withdraw. Maybe your life feels like it's just not moving forward. Whether in your job, maybe relationships, or even hobbies. You're just stagnant. You might find yourself thinking something needs to change. Most people experience this at some point, so it's not unusual. It's a common feeling, but doesn't have to be permanent. So that's what happens when we know the power that we have within us and our understanding of this teaching. What do we do? And the key to breaking out of this rut is to surround yourself with inspiration. How do you inspire yourself? How do you move forward? There's a mental block. You have a challenge. How do you overcome that challenge? And what does this mean? This means actively seeking new ideas, fresh perspectives, and sometimes new people or activities that lift you and give you a sense of energy and hope. How do you go about looking for that? How do you change your status quo? You're tired of what you're experiencing. When you do this, you're opening the door to positive change. One powerful quote that captures this idea comes from Jim Rohn. You are the average of the 5 people you spend most time with. So think about that for a while. What do you spend your time with? And the people you spend your time. So what you see, experience, is just the averages of the people you spend your life with. So if you surround yourself with positive, uplifting influences, they will help pull you out of the rut and inspire you to think differently and see new possibilities. And when this happens, you start cultivating a more positive and optimistic outlook on life. which opens the door to new opportunities and growth. This practice is helpful and great for anyone looking to break free from feeling stuck and to move toward a brighter and more fulfilling future. As I'm going through this lesson, one story in the Bible is just coming to mind. And it's about the story of the guy that was born and was given a name, and he had to pray himself out of poverty and ill luck. Enlarge my territory. I do not want to be this anymore. How to break out from where we've been stuck? So when we come down to our teaching and who we are, it's like a lighthouse guiding us through a foggy night. When things feel uncertain or life seems stuck, that bright light represents hope and possibility, showing us the way. That's what we gather each time to discuss. That power that we have within us that is dormant, that we are not using. We want to have that total shift of perspective, a shift where we begin to see that the end point of impossibility is possibility. Because we are connected with infinite possibility. I have an affirmation here. In the fog of life, I trust that the light within me would always show the way forward. Now, I want us to take a moment to reflect on your outlook on life. How do you generally see life? Do you see it as good? Do you see everything as working against you? Do you feel like everything is closing up on you? Do you feel like you're working too hard and not getting commensurate returns? How do you perceive life? What's your outlook on life? Do you feel blessed? Do you feel abundant? Do you know that everything is working out for your own good? Do you feel like that hopeful, positive light is guiding you? Or would you rather dwell on your mistakes, we may call it mistakes, or the negative things, or begin to do the self-fulfilling prophecies, self-negative talk? Do you feel like that hopeful, positive light is guiding you? Or is your path more clouded by doubt and worry? Do you tell yourself, I can never succeed at doing this? Because you've been told that, oh, you're not good at this. We had experiences like that. Oh, this person is good in maths, this person is not good in maths, and you grow up with that. Do you know that those things can be changed? We can change that perspective now because there's so much power in the present moment to change anything. We often say it freely, I can do all things, but really you can do all things through this power that's at work within you. So if you're not where you want to be, let's set aside the intention today to shift toward a brighter, more positive perspective. Remember, we always talk about the power that we have that we can use. That the decision is entirely our decision. We have the power, the choice to choose that. And Dr. Greg said you can change your day anytime. If you've been feeling like your path is more clouded by doubt and worry, you can change that today, tonight, now. We can turn up the brightness of this guiding light by surrounding ourselves with things that uplift us. So you turn to the left, it's some positive thing. Turn to the right, positivity, front, positive, back, positive. So if we want also, we can surround ourselves with people that uplift us. Again, I like that you are the average of the 5 people you spend your time with. So it can be by attending inspiring events, watching motivational movies, reading books that empower us, or spending time with uplifting people. These activities help steer us toward joy and growth. You know, sometimes there are things that maybe if something happens to you unexpectedly, we scream. We just, it happens that you scream something. Some people, maybe that happens, the first thing that comes out is something negative, is damnation. And we are not here to judge or criticize, but again, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. What if we fill ourselves so much with every good thing, good, right, proper, that any small prick, what would come out will be good, will be positive. That's where we're working ourselves to be. As Zig Ziglar said, positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. And another great reminder comes from Tony Robbins: where focus goes, energy goes. So what are you focusing on? We're talking about shifting our perspective. So when we focus on positivity and fill our lives with inspiration, we naturally start moving toward brighter and more abundant life. I like knowing that I'm in control of my life. I like knowing that if I want to see prosperity, abundant life, I know to go and sow something that will yield that. And that's the way we want all of us to be thinking. We can actually grow into becoming the best selves ourselves. We can actually do that. I like to read a story here, the story of Wilma Rudolph. Wilma Rudolph was born in 1940 into a large family in Tennessee. And early in her life, she faced a massive hurdle. At just 4 years old, she contracted polio, a disease that left her with a weakened leg, forcing her to wear leg brace. Doctors told her she would never walk again without it. She said, "My doctor told me I would never walk again. My mother told me I would. I believed my mother." For a young girl, this was very devastating, especially growing up in a time when polio had no cure. Despite the grim prognosis, Wilma's mother inspired her with a message of hope. She told Wilma, "With faith, persistence, and the right attitude, anything is possible." Wilma took those words to heart, driven by the belief that she could overcome the impossible. Her mother massaged her leg daily, and Wilma practiced walking on her own. I'll just read this part again. Her mother massaged her leg daily, and Wilma practiced walking on her own. After years of effort and determination, Wilma removed the brace and learned to walk without it. But she didn't stop there. Her dream was to run. Wilma began running track in high school, and soon her natural speed and talent became evident. She earned a scholarship to Tennessee State University, where she trained harder than ever before. Her inspiration came from knowing she had already conquered incredible odds, learning to walk after polio. So running seemed like the next challenge to overcome. In 1960, Wilma qualified for the US Olympic team, and in Rome Olympics, she made history by becoming the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in track and field. Wilma's journey from being told she would never walk to becoming the fastest woman in the world is an incredible example of how inspiration and determination can transform our lives. I'm sure you'll be asking yourself, with all that you have, what are you doing? How much have you done? You can do much more. This story continues to inspire people today to push past limits, showing that no obstacle is too great to be surmounted once you believe in yourself, once you believe that you can do all things through the power that is within you. As Wilma herself said, the triumph can't be had without the struggle. So no matter what challenges we face, inspirations has the power to lift us beyond what we thought possible. Lift us beyond what we thought possible and show us the path to greatness, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Anything that you think is not possible, it's possible. It's not possible because we've not changed the lens through which we are viewing that challenge. From the eye of the Spirit, from the lens of the Spirit, we say all is well, all is possible, everything is possible. It's infinite possibilities. We are connected to infinite possibilities. So we can have everything possible. In this teaching, inspiration is seen as a natural flow of creative energy within all of us. It's the force that brings ideas, insights, and a sense of purpose into our lives. So we want to tap into this energy. We need to recognize that we are one with it. We are one with that power of inspiration, with that energy. And you know what? Not just that we are one with it, it's within us, waiting to guide us. There are things that inspirations, ideas that we receive that we have not followed through. Remember, you have the power to do exceedingly abundantly above, and you are one with infinite possibilities. So the key is to open yourself up to the creative force. And we say, I am open and receptive to this inner wisdom. I am open and receptive to this inner wisdom, and I allow it to guide me. I am open and receptive to this inner wisdom, and I allow it to guide me. The more we embrace the idea that we are connected to this universal energy, the more we invite inspiration and guidance into our lives. Again, this awareness is the foundation of affirmative prayer, where we acknowledge the presence of one loving energy everywhere, including within us. We recognize there is one power, one God, one Spirit, and we are one with it. As Ernest Holmes said, there is power in the universe greater than you and me, and you can use it. You can use it. I can use it. Affirmative prayer helps us to connect to that power, and when we do that, we unleash our creativity. Again, another thing that we also use here, we talk about it often, are affirmations. And we've always told ourselves, whatever you are going through, you can always write or make an affirmation that you use for that. If you're not feeling well or strong, Can write, I am whole, I am complete, I'm healed. I am one with wholeness. I affirm it. Declare it unto yourself. And there are simple, powerful statements that can shift your mindset and open the door for inspirations. Another one, affirmation. I am one with the creative force. So if you're one with the creative force, then nothing can stand in between you and your demonstration or your miracles or your achieving your goals. Another thing we always do here, talk about, is meditation, where we want to sit in silence and allow ideas and insights to flow. And we always want to have a jotter, because ideas will flow. In quietness and confidence is our strength. These are practices that we encourage. Then we talk about visualization, where we create vivid images of what we want. And begin to imagine that and call it forth. So to nurture inspiration, it's important to cultivate positive emotions like gratitude, joy, love. Another powerful way to connect with who you truly are and ignite inspiration in your life is to build and nurture your self-esteem. When we feel good about ourselves, we are more open to new possibilities. I say that again. When we feel good about ourselves, we are more open to new possibilities, more confident in our abilities, and more aligned with our inner wisdom. One of the ways we do this is through our Thursday class, which is focused on the teachings of Louise. We do that tomorrow, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Like Dr. Greg, we already know that Louise was one of the most influential students here, and her work has helped millions of people worldwide. For many years, Reverend Greg has been sharing her insights with us in this class, and which has become a favorite for so many. Louise teachings, one of the very popular quotes of hers about the power of love, self-love, and self-acceptance is, I love, accept, and approve of myself exactly as I am. Do you say that to yourself? Do you criticize yourself? And how much has that criticism done for you? We're talking about the shift that we have to do. We need to have that shift to begin to see life from that place of connection, where we know that everything is possible. Do you love yourself? Do you accept yourself and approve of yourself just the way you are? This encourages us to embrace who we are without judgment and criticism, and to recognize that we are enough just as we are. You are enough. You are worthy of everything good. If nobody has told you that today, I am telling you, you are enough. You are wonderful. You deserve everything good. Another beautiful one from Louise says, all is well. This affirmation helps us to release worry and trust in the flow of life. If you begin to worry about everything, worry will never solve anything. The only thing worrying does is complicate the matters. So it reassures us that no matter what challenge we face, everything is unfolding as it should. We are safe and supported. You want to say to yourself, I am safe, I am supported. I am safe, I am supported. All is well in my life. We strengthen our self-esteem by practicing these affirmations and embracing Louise Hay's teachings. And again, as our self-esteem grows, so does our ability to connect with the inspiration and creative power within us. We become more confident, resilient, and open to the beauty and possibilities that life offers. Everything is possible if you believe. If you believe, all things are possible. We're talking about having that shift. And what is that shift? That mental shift within, where we go and align with spirit, where we know that we can do all things. We can do exceedingly abundantly and above. That whatever is before us is just a tiny thing compared to the power that we are connected with. Whatever that you are going through, whatever that is the challenge is, know that you have so much power within you, and you have so much power of the infinite possibilities that all you need is just time, concentrate, and know that you can do it. You've done it before and you can do it again. You have so much more within you than any challenge that is before you. So as we wrap up today's lesson, let's take a moment to reflect on the power of shifting our perspective and stepping into a best version of ourselves. What things do you need to make a shift? What areas of your life do you need that shift? By seeing life through new lenses, hope, possibility, and spiritual connection, we recognize that everything we need to create positive change is already within us. All we do through this teaching is to come to the awareness of what is already there. Activate that which is already there. We're just scratching the surface. The shift happens when we choose to let go of old patterns, embrace new ways of thinking. What are these new ways of thinking? It's possible. I can do it. I have the power within me. I can surmount it. The challenge is not here to kill me. I am bigger than the challenge. And trust the unfolding process of life. Remember, this shift into your best self isn't about perfection. It's not about perfection. It's about growth. It's about the little steps that we take every day. You wake up this day, you stretch, and you're grateful. And you walk out with positive expectancy and taking it one step after the other. As the things unfold, as you connect with the power within and begin to take it one step after the other, it's about the tiny steps. We do not want to despise the days of humble beginnings. We want to take it one step after the other. It's about moving forward. Even when the path isn't entirely clear, and trusting that the light of inspiration and guidance would continue to show you the way. I like the part that says it's not about perfection. It's about the steps, daily steps. It's about continuity. Each step you take, no matter how small, is part of a greater journey. It all adds up. It's part of that greater journey of becoming the person you are meant to be. You take it one step after the other. One step after the other. As you move forward, stay open to the endless possibilities that life offers. Surround yourself with inspiration. Lean into your connection with spirit. And remind yourself that everything is unfolding perfectly for your highest good. Keep affirming, I am open to new opportunities, and I trust the process of life. It's working out for my own good. In this situation, only good would come. Another one, they say it will end in praise. Today, you have already taken a powerful step toward that shift. By being here today, the words that we speak, they are alive, they are powerful. The Bible said they are sharper than two-edged sword. So whatever you speak, you hear these words, they are alive, they are seeds thrown. And as listen and create inspiration around you, they will germinate, they will grow, and they'll be fruitful. So continue to nurture it and watch as your life transform into beautiful and unexpected ways. The best version of you is already here. Embrace it, live it, and let it shine. Thank you all for being here. May the shift into your best self be filled with joy, abundance, and endless possibilities. Amen. And so it is.